Okay. Okay. We're going to do this again. I've slowed it down. The more I've thought about it, the more creepy it gets. I just went in, I started another video and I decided, I'm talking way too much about myself right now. But he's at a restaurant in New York City, takes his little girl in there, knows he's being filmed by somebody. Who knows if it's his wife or not? The kid looks like a mannequin. Um, really doesn't say anything. Is limp. We're going to break this down. I'm telling you, I think this guy gives off pedo vibes, big time gay pedo vibes. And this baby is look at how she's not a, based on the way her arms are, and you can't see her body language, you can only see her back. But if that was your dad and you were sitting on his lap, would you have your arms hanging straight down? If you were a child actress at age 2 and not knowing what to do, would you have your hands down? Yeah, I believe so. If you're shy, you're not going to embrace this stranger. You're just going to sit there. I mean, do you ever remember, like, when you were a kid, um, someone would pat you on the head or try to tickle you or something like that? I honestly didn't let anyone get near me anyway. I mean, strangers. See what I'm saying? So let's start out by looking at that. He knows it's happening because I believe this is a staged actress. There's got to be somebody that has taken a picture of the face of these kids. It looks to me, for as busy as what the restaurant is, no one is around them. It's New York City, according to him. We don't know that, but let's assume it is. All right. He's got a black shirt on. Apparently, he always wears black.
Story time.
Story time. Again, the little girl's arms are just hanging limp. They're not, resting on his arms or like hugging him, or, she's just, each arm is hanging down.
So we're here.
So we're here, and then he's touching her and he's grabbing her arm, this is weird. This is not his daughter. I don't even know if it's, well, we'll see in a minute. This is all we ever see.
Bill's Burgers in New York City.
And he's kind of looking at her and grabbing her, not close up, but sort of, there's a distance there. We're at Bill's Burgers in New York City. He's grabbing her arm so that really she can't normally move, can she? Is this how a parent normally holds their kid on the lap? And there, it's not like she's close. She's way at the end of his leg. He's apparently 6 foot something. I don't know how tall he is. I've never seen him. I would have to see him up close.
And right near this very table.
So here I notice he's taking his fingernails and clicking them on the table. Isn't that weird for a guy? It looks, I bet this man never washed a dish, cleaned a toilet, mopped a floor, or did a load of wash in his life. I don't think Candace Owens did either. These people are completely manufacturers. Ditto that with AOC. I don't believe the whole bartender thing. Maybe that was a front for a short time. But she grew up in Westchester, New York, and was quite well heeled. And she is Jewish. She admits she's Jewish. She grew up in a rich Jewish family. And I don't really even think she's um, Spanish or whatever. So she does look more Jewish than but she pulls off this Hispanic spiel. See what I'm saying? These people are all, this is so dangerous. We have really entered some dangerous times in this country. So here he is clicking, if I'm going like that, right here at this table. And so you wouldn't click your finger. But when he does this, she doesn't react. He's taking his arm, stretching it out, and pounding the table, and she doesn't react. I think if your daddy is pointing to something and you're learning from that parent, right? You're going to turn around and look. I have pictures of myself, and I know how old I was because in the background, my mom is pregnant with my little sister. Okay? Which shows exactly how old I was. So I was right around 3 years old. Or maybe, yeah. And 2.5 maybe. And I was kind of a big kid. I grew tall really super fast, right? So my dad is trying to show us, I remember minnows, schools of minnows in the lake. Because I can tell from the picture. And I was laying on the pier with my stomach on the pier, and I had my hands like just kind of touching the water a little bit, but not in there, and I had a little jacket on with the hood up. And I was watching the schools of minnows, and my brother is there. My mom is in the background. I don't know who the hell took this picture. And because I was just fascinated from a young age. We were at a resort, actually, somewhere in northern Wisconsin, probably Minocqua or something like that. And I was so into it. And I would sit for long periods of time and just watch the fish or whatever, like the minnows and the little water bugs and things like that would be on top of the lake. It could have been, I don't know where it was, but it was, at least 4 or 5 hours north. So if my dad pointed to something, I would look. So if this is story time and he's trying to teach her, wouldn't you turn around and react to your dad going, wait, like that, like a woman, which she is. I believe that's another sign that his sexuality is ambiguous here.
Was the first time that
Look at the way he grabs her and he's, hey, you're going to listen to me because she, what would happen if she turned around and looked at the person filming?
met mom, and it started as
Here she's moving her arm now. I think she wants to get the fuck away from him.
a job, and I was asking all these questions.
Wow. What the fuck? He posted shit like this? This guy, I'm telling you, this guy is weird. No. And he's still making sure the camera's on him. And he probably took her face because he didn't She was told just to look straight ahead. I'm assuming. I don't believe this is his kid. I was asking all these questions, and he's taking her face and jerking her head.
I was asking all these questions.
You wouldn't grab a kid's head, and he's actually shaking her head.
And it started as a job, and I was asking all these questions.
That seems off. No, if someone took my head and shook it like that, I would react.
Philosophy, religion.
Oh my God. He's shaking her head, and then he's saying philosophy, and then he takes her arms, puts them up in the air, and religion, like, is that supposed to symbolize Jesus on the cross? Religion? Or is it...
Jesus.
Okay, you still can't see her face. You can see part of an ear.
And then I realized
That kid does not want to be there. I don't see like a smile or anything. That kid wants to get the fuck out. They've obviously cleared this area out for his little gig.
Mama was beautiful and smart.
What is he doing with her? This is not a normal reaction between a father and daughter. No way. In the middle of a crowded restaurant in New York City, which is a crowded place. It's different for a kid. If you live on a big, huge estate in Phoenix and your parents pop you in the middle of NYC, and that sounds like a very busy joint. But for some reason, no one is around them. Yeah, there's someone here to the left. All right.
Mama was beautiful and smart, elegant, and Christ-like.
She was beautiful, smart, elegant, charisma. Now, how would this little girl know what philosophy was? Is it? Hey, I want to talk to you, honey, about philosophy. She probably doesn't even know how to tie her shoes yet. This is weird. This is weird. This is an actress. This is not his, and she's straddling him, and he's got his legs open. There are no pictures of my father doing shit like this. Or my mother, for that. Well, and I think a lot of people that had a sibling pretty much right after they were born, or had and then another sibling. Like, I'm a middle kid, so I just decided probably when I was 4, I just was gonna do shit on my own. But let's get back to this. I apologize for that again, going off.
Christ-like.
She had charisma. Now, what would a little kid know about charisma?
Mama was beautiful and smart, elegant, and Christ-like.
Okay, it's almost like as if this kid. No, this is really weird. Elegant, charisma. How would a kid know what elegance or charisma is?
And so I said, forget this job interview. I want to date you.
Forget this job interview. I want to date you. That screams of so many different laws being broken. It's not even funny. Now, I'm going to go ahead and tell you. I would leave the interview politely. And I mean, I would get up politely, leave the interview, and probably tell someone about it, and probably never go on another job interview again. Usually there'd be a secretary or someone like that would set the interview up, and I would I would be out of there. So, but she's supposed to know what philosophy and charisma is.
I said, I have enough, friend.
He's still shaking her. Now she's looking at something. See where her eye is? She's not looking at Daddy. She's looking at someone that's probably taking a little puppet or something to make her laugh. She's going, but she's not looking at him. He's looking at the camera. Her eye is, and her face is pointed in another direction.
And that?
Still, it never looks back at him. She's looking at something else because this is a staged scene with a staged actress.
Where your journey started.
And that's where your journey started. What in the fuck does that mean? And why the hell would you sit a 2-year-old child or a 3-year-old child between, let's say, 2.5? Because she just would have had her 3rd birthday. And you're going to sit this girl on your lap in the middle of a crowded restaurant, which for some reason has been cleared out. Your little area has been cleared out so you can film this, and say, that's how your journey began. What does that mean? That's how your journey began? With a date and then a hookup? This is so inappropriate on so many levels. This is very odd behavior from a really super weird guy. And I've always been sort of repulsed by this guy. I just don't like him. First and foremost, I don't like his physical appearance. I find it to be a turnoff. But this, she's not even looking at him. He's looking into a camera. I'm telling you, this guy probably gets better grooming than most women. I think a lot of men in the Republican circles are very gay. I know they are. I've heard whisperings. And I know, like, one of my bosses that worked in as a congressional aide was gay and had his boyfriend, and they lived down, unless he moved, they lived down the road in $1 million condo, which isn't really that much, but for a condo in that neighborhood, it is. It's probably worth 2 by now, because everything is doubled. So this is weird. This just confirms almost everything. Let's turn the sound off. He's using it's story time. This is where your mom and I met, and eventually we fucked and had you. Oh, gee, and is a 2.5 to 3-year-old child, is that even appropriate? But he's this God-loving, God-fearing, conservative man. No, I'm sorry, guys. We'll do it one more time because it's so gross. Look at how he's holding her. But he's also checking out other things the whole time. Watch the kid's body language. Oh, is he weird? And she's like got his she that's not his kid. That's not his kid. And she's kind of reaching for something else. I don't think she wants to be there. But he's making sure that her handlers and that the camera's in place because he keeps looking up at the person that's filming. This is really this guy stinks. Oh my God. He's shaking her head. I'm going to go ahead and tell you, any mother this is almost as bad as Joe Biden. There's something very wrong with this. Look at the way he's handling her. She wants to get out of there. She's looking for her mommy. She's like covering her face with her arm now. But her hand is limp. That doesn't look like a normal movement. Maybe this is a doll. And they added the little laugh at the end. I mean, so you guys think it's mannequin? Oh, is he weird? Ugh. Ring falls off one finger and ends up on the other. Give me a break. Oh my God. What does he do behind closed doors? I'm serious. Oh my gosh. Again, he's sort of shaking her. Oh, wow. No. No way. And he's talking to her, and he looks up at the camera pretty frequently for a 37-second video here. But she's looking somewhere else. She's looking at either her mother or her acting coach or babysitter or whatever. Everybody speaks about child trafficking and all this, pedo rings and all that. Did you ever think it might be right in front of you, but you don't know it? Because that's the vibe I'm getting from this guy. I mean, I never used to even think about this shit before. This guy was straight up dirty. In with like the worst presidency I think this country will ever see. It's not a golden age. It's a dark black age that we're slipping into. Keep watching the little girl. Oh, wow. No, no. No way would my dad do that to me. Hmm. Again, you can see the corner of her eye, but it's going towards something else. Her hands aren't open, her hands aren't holding his, but he's got her straddled, boy, doesn't he? Look at this picture. Oh, is he creepy? I mean, if this doesn't give you a weird vibe, I think we might have to go through a few more of these. If this doesn't give you Satan vibes, no way. And I always joked around with my mom when she was still alive, and she would get mad at me. And I used to call my father. I said he was a saint. And she would get so mad at me. She'd go, "Shut up! He didn't even like you." She would say stuff like that to me. Of course, I think she was totally demented too. I mean, with dementia. In the last like 10 years of her life, I saw it coming. And I'd say stuff. Well, we're still waiting for that final autopsy report, which will confirm it. But I want you to look at this. Just watch his body language now. This is not, if you need people to say that you're such a good person, you probably weren't. Publicly. I mean, did you ever hear Andrew Breitbart's widow? Apparently, she made an appearance on TV somewhere recently. But do you ever hear her coming out doing shit like this? And he really was a good, talented journalist. And he was hilarious. He had character. All right, let's go. He was a character. Oh, can you picture him diddling a kid like Biden? Oh, oh. Come, little girl, touch me. That's what I'm getting off of this. All right. Well, I hope this didn't offend you guys. Um, Again, this is Bitchute, Gemma O'Doherty. The comments here are, what does she say? She's funny. I like her personality. Who would treat a toddler like this? Look at them, and she's a mom. Look at the movements of the child's arms. Is this normal? They would never use a rubber baby, would they? Remember, the whole charade was fake from the beginning, but they are desperately trying to make it look real. Mama was Christ-like. He didn't say that, did he? Not what we've seen from him in recent days with the coffin selfies. It's wearisome at this stage. She was Christ-like? Who would describe? Oh my God. Are there captions here? Uh, can I get captions? Um, It's not. When does he say Christ-like? Oh my God. Oh, ow! He gives off Joe Biden vibes. Okay, so this one's weird. Let's listen to it. I didn't hear the word Christ-like.
And it started as a
All right. Let's see.
story time.
It's story time. Ugh. This one makes me want to gag.
So we're here at Bill's Burgers in New York City.
Why would you go in the loudest place?
And right near this very table
This is
was the
creepy.
first time Dad met Mama. And it started
That little girl is either an actor, a dummy, but definitely wants to get the flying fuck away from this guy.
as a job interview. And I was asking all these questions. Philosophy, religion, Jesus.
Oh my
And
God.
then I realized Mama was beautiful and smart and elegant and Christ-like.
Christ-like, not charisma. This little girl, Christ, they keep using that word Christ. Have you noticed with this movement, which I believe it is very much a movement where people are saying Christ is King, Jesus is Lord. I don't use the word Christ a lot. Sometimes I say, oh, for Christ's sake. Not much because, it's a mortal sin. But what he's doing right now is almost blasphemous, saying that you met a woman and she was Christ-like, so you did it with her to produce the baby because she reminded you of Jesus? Excuse me, Christ? Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. I have prayers that I do. It's Jesus is generally used. Even the Our Father, I mean, hmm. Hmm. Okay. Yeah. This one's weird. Um, should we see what the comments are again? He looks angry and is abusing the toddler. The whole shit is a bag. The whole shit is a big fat hoax, but this clip does not offer much. Do it in slow mo. It does offer a lot. I think the child is real, but the child's body language is showing she doesn't want this done to her. She wants to keep her hands by her side. She's also looking toward the camera to try to make it look. He's also looking at the camera to try to make it look like a good piece of video. Pathetic AI try. Okay, so I don't know. Let's go into this one. Oh, endorsing Catholicism. Yeah, that needs to stop. See, Gemma, and when I go overseas to churches, they are different than here. They're much more conservative. We have very, very, very liberal churches here. And, I try to keep more traditional. but people think my family thinks I'm weird that I don't take communion in the hand, things like that. Well, so what? That's my choice. I believe that that's how most conservative Catholics are doing it. I pray in Latin. Like if I'm doing a rosary, I'll switch to Latin and then I'll go back to English. I know you guys might think that's weird. Okay. So this is what I'm saying. I don't like, because from when my dad took us to church every day or every Sunday from, well, pretty much right away, as babies, unless, the baby was sick, there were always babies in church. That's why we had a crying room. The baby started crying too much, you'd take him in the back. Um, yeah. And then, as population started to decline, then sometimes that was used just for overflow for the regular mass. All right, let's look at this one.
So I'm not Catholic, but I have great respect for Catholics, and something that I've always admired about the Catholic.
Oh, he's got the list. He's checking, like he's going like this. You see, just hold your teeth together and don't speak normally. So then, when you do this after a while, then it's going to turn into your. So here's the brick wall, which Peggy Hall says is Masonic. Oh, you guys, I'm sorry. Oh, he has respect for Catholics. That's nice. As a Catholic, I don't respect you, but that's nice that you have respect for us. I mean, I don't know who Dr. Taylor Marshall is, but a lot of these Christian religions and like even Jehovah's that come around, you just tell them, hey, I'm Catholic. See you later, bye. And they will go. And they'll look at you like, oh. Because I have, some people in the hood are very, they're Baptist and they believe all this Zionism bullshit. And there's a big, huge Orthodox community right smack in the middle of the hood here. Well, you'd have to know the city. I'm not going to go ahead and describe it to you. I could show you a map exactly where it is. And yeah, they were digging up the sewers for about a fucking year in that right next to a damn temple and Jewish school. I'm not joking. It was weird. I almost stopped to take a picture of it, but I've tried filming in that neighborhood with my camera before, and well, let's just say it's not a place where it's a good idea to slow your car down and take videos, especially because it's so crime-ridden. But somehow they coexist. And, I said to my friend, my security guard, and he is a security guard, and he does wear a bulletproof vest at my co-op, which is only about 7 or 8 blocks away. And should I talk like this? And at the co-op, can you guys tell? It's the new speaking style trend. It drives me absolutely ass shit crazy. Use your diaphragm and speak, This I don't like.
So I'm not Catholic, but I have great respect for Catholics, and something that I've always admired about the Catholic Church, especially in recent years.
Don't stick your nose into the Catholic Church. And in recent years, it's been bad, but go ahead.
Some of the strongest social conservatives are.
You see how he's doing this?
Catholic. And there is this kind of promise of dogma that doesn't change, right? That we're going to protect the family no matter how much the culture tries to make us convinced we're going to protect life. We're not going to go along with the trans mafia. And honestly, some of the most articulate people in public life talking about the family are yourself, Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, right? All practicing faithful Catholics. But let me first say, I think we as Protestant evangelicals under-venerate Mary. She was very important. She was a vessel for our Lord and Savior. I think that we as evangelicals and Protestants, we've overcorrected. We don't talk about Mary enough. We don't venerate her enough.
Yeah, you can stay out of my religion, dude. See, I think this is nefarious because I think he's trying to bring Catholics into evangelicalism. This man does not have a clean agenda.
Mary was clearly important to early Christians.
Yeah, it's none of your business, boy. Look at the way he speaks, though. He does try to.
There's something there. In fact, I believe one of the ways that we fix toxic feminism in America is Mary is the solution. Have more young ladies be pious, be reverent, to be full.
Well, she was a virgin, but this no, you can stay away from my faith, Kirk.
Full of faith, slow to anger, slow to words at times.
Yeah, like Mary would be taking selfies of her tubes of blood and posting it on Instagram.
Mary is a phenomenal example. And
where is he getting all this shit from?
I think a counter to so much of the toxicity of feminism in the modern era. So I'm not.
Okay, so I don't know who Dr. Taylor Marshall is, but let's read the comments. He can stay the flying F out of my religious beliefs. Someone like that is not welcome. People, oh my God, not for me. And I don't really think he gets Mary. I mean, does he believe in the assumption? Oh, okay. Where her soul is assumed into heaven? I doubt that. Would he have a big picture of Mary in his house? Right now, I've got a fairly large picture of the Sacred Heart of Jesus dating back to 1931, and the frame and everything in perfect condition. And I have there's a small little table, and I have a candle. I have holy water there. Yeah, you can stay away. You know, I need to douse myself when I'm finished with this guy. All part of the phony narrative the Jews killed him farce. They killed his character, but he is still alive. She means the Jews not killed Jesus, which they did, but killed Kirk. And that's exactly what's happening here. Wait a minute. Okay. So what they're trying to do is make him appeal to a broader narrative. And because, see, I don't want him dabbling in my religion, but that's me. He's using it for bad purposes. That's why I'm upset by it. They killed his character, but he is still alive. This is what these demons do. It is worse than anything that happened in Spain. Reconversos, free Masonic Protestants pretending to endorse Catholicism. That I see. This is what I'm saying. I don't like that. I've noticed a lot of people are doing that lately, and I can live without it. As for Taylor Marshall, a puppet stooge of the Jews, fake Catholicism is the tactic du jour of the Jew elite. Yes, it is. Where people are pretending to be Catholic. J.D. Vance, that man, he's not a practicing Catholic. Oh, yes, he is. They said he is. His name is on a registry. Oh, okay. Someone went on a big computer and put his name on something. Okay. And you found it online. That doesn't mean shit to me. So it's the tactic du jour of the Jew elite. And unfortunately, someone who really started doubling down on that was Fuentes. And all this Christ is King stuff. I've never just said Christ. I'm just saying, me personally, as a Catholic, Jesus is Lord Almighty. It's our Father who art in heaven, hallowed be thy name, thy kingdom come, thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Right? And see, that's why I noticed she had like a rosary in her hand over the coffin. And someone said she doesn't believe, no. And then for him to say that his wife was, and I quote, Christ-like, so that's where your journey began. Doesn't that almost sound like he wanted to do Jesus? Wow. Of course, naive Catholics swallow it whole. Poor Charlie can't speak without looking at his script. Let's put it on slow-mo. Oh, I don't like him. See, this is something I was afraid I was going to start doing. Is that, I didn't want to have to listen to him. And I am so sick and tired of people. Oh, he was so good. He was so wonderful. Oh, he was turning against the state of Israel and the genocide. Oh, what a wonderful role model for every single child in college. Honey, if you're 18 years old and you're in college, you're not a child. I'm sick of that too. Let's, you know what? Let's Oh no. Okay. Let's put it at half.
So I'm not Catholic, but I have great
That's okay. We don't need you.
respect for Catholics.
He looks Jewish.
And something that I've always admired about the Catholic Church, especially in recent years.
Did you ever hear of Fatima in 1917? I'm behind in my newsletters and my prayer books. I don't think so. My middle name is the same. No, it's not just recent years. You're just discovering that in yourself. I've never heard any of these people exclaim the virtues of Mary, the mother of our Lord, the Virgin Mary.
Some of the strongest social conservatives are Catholic. And there is this kind of promise of dogma that doesn't change, right? That we're
Kind of promise of dogma that doesn't change. Have you read any of the encyclicals coming out of the damn Vatican? They're trying to change the dogma. I don't know who these people are that he's talking about. Matt Walsh. He's 100% controlled by Israel. Give me a fucking break.
going to protect the family no matter how much the culture tries to
Protect the family. What? No. Here's something about being Catholic. Catholics are sinners. We know we sin. We pick up on it. We go to confession. He's like thinking that some of these Catholics are walking around saying, "I'm Catholic and I'm protecting the family and all." People like J.D. Vance, he doesn't even get his kids to go to First Communion. I don't know.
make us convinced we're
Oh, he
going
is
to
looking at a
protect
script.
life. We're not going to go along with the trans mafia.
There
And
he goes.
honestly, some of the
That's all these
most
people talk
articulate
about are trans people. Have you read any of the encyclicals that Francis put out? Accepting everyone. There are lots of gay people in church right now. I've seen lots of very questionable stuff in churches. And if a trans went into church, they would be treated with respect. They wouldn't be kicked out, if that's what you're trying to say. Oh, I'm sure that one of the more liberal Catholic churches around here probably does have a trans teacher.
mafia. And honestly, some of the most articulate people in public life talking about the family are yourself, Matt Walsh, Michael Knowles, right? All practicing faithful Catholics.
I don't know who
But
any of these
let
people
me
are.
first say, I think we as Protestant evangelicals under venerate Mary.
Oh, yeah.
She was very important.
You know what? He is reading the script, but listening to him speak about Mary makes me really upset. You have no business. Oh, I wish he was still alive. I'd be trolling him. He'd probably block me.
She was a vessel for our Lord and Savior.
A vessel.
I think that we as evangelicals and Protestants.
He's reading. He's got a script that they gave him. I'm telling you, this guy, this was not just some natural um, movement. This was completely scripted. He was an actor. And again, I find him to look at physically revolting. His head, his hair thing, his manicured face. I don't know if I can do this.
We've overcorrected. We don't talk about Mary enough. We don't venerate her enough.
Venerate. I didn't think you were supposed to venerate her.
Mary was clearly important to early Christians. There's something there. In fact, I believe one of the ways that we fix toxic feminism
Oh,
in
come on.
America.
This is ridiculous. I don't know what toxic feminism is. I've been called one. It's like when people don't have anything else to do, they'll call you a feminist, estrogen laced, a tranny on Owen Schroyer's channel. This is. Let's read the comments because I find him really hard to listen to. Poor Charlie can't speak without looking at a script. No, he can't because he doesn't know what he's talking about. And I'm not really into this whole thing where It's the latest trend now. It's just that's I think people are doing it to mock it and to muddy the waters, right? It's not a good thing. It's good that it's a little bit okay to talk about. Well, I've never not talked about it, but now they're muddy. What's happening is the waters are being muddied. And he's comes from an area down there in Illinois, it's just extremely Catholic. And if you go just a little bit further west of the city of Chicago, going toward um, sort of where, like just west, McHenry and all these places, and you keep going towards like even Rockford, Illinois, very strong presence of Catholicism, huge parishes. I think there's a big, huge center there in Rockford. I mean, I've driven past it. I used to sell stuff there. Yeah, all right. Now, see, this women should shut up and obey. No, come on. No. That doesn't sound very good, does it? Nick Fuentes is a fake Catholic. Vance for sure. The fake widow had a rosary in her hands during the gross casket video. This is some sick stuff. Yep. Keep loud sister blessings from across the pond. Poof. He was in the process of becoming a Catholic. No, he was not. His wife is Catholic. Else he born Catholic. They live here in Scottsdale. Joker 68. Okay. I don't think so, man. Nothing about him is Catholic, and I assume you are not. Nothing about her is in the least bit Catholic. This is sad. As I was supposed to visit where you live this winter, now I don't want to. He's a born-again Christian. Catholics worship Jesus. They also worship and pray to saints. According to God, and real Christians, praying to and worshiping anything other than God is forbidden. Okay. What does that mean? Oh, this guy muted me. Or is it my computer? Oh, he did. Who is this guy? Why? What is this? Old member. Oh, well. And no one can reply to him, so I don't know what that is exactly. You notice this? Because you can't reply. See? You can reply to everybody. You can't well, whoever this guy is sick. He's an open Protestant evangelical. Oh, very much so. And he believes my Bible is not his. He said this many times, literally in this little weird clip. You pasted together two. I don't see your point. He's not endorsing Catholicism as a Protestant. He sort of is. He's just picking apart the good aspects, something literally anyone can do. Fuck Kevin, Charlie, and all the effing. I can't say this. Proof of what? Trans Mafia, LOL, huh? I don't know. He was such a good guy. Oh, wait a minute. Only the good guys get assassinated. It was a hired assassin. Law enforcement are putting out photos of the hitman. He was on a roof 125 yards away. And you have your hands down the front of your pants. Oh, that's a good one. What's that mean? Are you all lefties? See. The FN asshole was spotted on the roof before with the shooting. Oh, but those people had no idea he was a hitman. Oh, he was just laying on the roof with a big, huge rifle pointing it at him. Okay. Psychos are celebrating Charlie's assassination. Libtard satanic celebrities and liberal media. Okay. See, this is the code words. That I'm a trans, that I'm a feminist, that I'm toxic with estrogen. Okay, gotcha. I mean, I get this a lot. This is the latest trend where if you don't like someone, you just attack them right away, like by calling them a trans. Are you all lefties? The fucking asshole. Stupid. He meant you get your head wedged between your. I don't know what that means. Stop. He was not a good guy. He was a very sick person. You tell me you can look at that hideous wife and tell me he was a good guy. Ah, bad guys never get assassinated. Okay. Oh, I'm a fool. And he blocked me. Wow. Can I flag this? Ah, wow. That's okay. I get muted on a lot of these sites. I agree there's a lot of pretend Catholicism recently, a lot of talk in recent psyops to praying, but who to? Yeah, not God. Mm. Can someone tell me why German police vehicles have a blue stripe? Kirk's last post on X was titled Enough is Enough. Illuminati card game from 1994. Read the flavor of the text. Oh. Mm. I don't see any enough quotes on Kirk's X account. Just link to his latest show titled "We Don't Have to Live This Way" in the Death of Britain. That title should loosely be interpreted, but that's the only way. The account is still posted something after his death. But yes, you are correct. I just checked it again and it's not there anymore. It's kind of similar to this post, so I misremember, and this never happened either. So. No Christian is saying that Mary was not a good woman, but she is being revered in a way which supplants Jesus Christ. No, it does not. And it obscures the Bible message in order to deceitfully promote the universal Babylonian mystery religion, Father, Mother, Child. That's why you have the obelisk of Orisis in St. Peter's Square in front of the Dome of Isis. Yeah, I disagree with that. We don't supplant her as Jesus Christ. We pray to her to intervene to her son Jesus on our behalf, which I know people won't understand that, but that is what it is. One way to the Father. Yep. You have no notion of the meaning of Catholicism. Yeah, no. He was a Zyle shill. Okay. All right, let's look at this. I don't know what this is taking me to. Oh. Okay.
Love you, Charlie.
That was. Who's Matt Coach? That sounds like a real name. Ugh. Who would love this guy? I mean, I'm not saying I hate him. I don't know him personally, but why? And that's the same guy from the Trump assassination thing.
Love you, Charlie.
So he's got security with him, but he lets someone get this close to him? Love you. This is fake. Look at this. There it is. Ah. I guess you need a trained technician to do this. Did you notice for a second the F goes away from his shirt? Watch this. Oops, no, that's not what I want.
They saw a man adjusting his cap right before the shot.
Now watch. The F in his shirt goes away. Did you see that? I believe this is a mannequin. I really do. And I believe that something weird happened. I don't know. This was filmed. I don't believe this was a scene. I believe this was filmed separately. I don't know. Watch. You see that? The F is gone and then it comes back.
As if giving a signal to the sniper.
Now we're being told it went in the right side, but then I was told. Yeah, I mean, the shot didn't come to the right, it came to the left.
The public are warned to be on their guard.
These dark powers apparently do this, and well, anyway, knowing where to look is what's important.
All right. Okay, and then I want to go to one more. Which was in Gemma's thing. Um, Oh. This is weird. Oh, went right past it. Okay. I wanted to go over this Candace thing. She's acting. Okay. Oops. You know, if I touch this thing, it just goes nuts. Okay.
He was my best friend and my brother.
Apparently he was
Really was an amazing.
he was her best friend. Let's get the volume. She's smiling right here.
Amazing person. You know, he was.
She is not officially converted. I'm not comfortable with these people using. See, this is a psyop, using the symbols of the church, saying they converted or trying to convert, or they're toying with the idea, so they put a bunch of Catholic stuff up in their house. I don't like that. I'm not comfortable with that, because I believe these people are lying to us, and that is being used for almost blasphemous and nefarious reasons.
Like,
She got lip injections recently.
we were really close. And he was.
Let's turn the volume off so we don't know what she's talking about. She's supposed to be crying here. Look at her eyebrows and her lips. So if we don't listen to what she's saying, just go into does she look upset? That was a. Oh, wait. Ooh, those lips look dried out from the injections, don't they? Yeah, she's got bigger lips. No tears. Oh, wait, I think I just saw one. Oh, she's awful. She's on his level. Yeah. Okay, let's wrap it up. Tell me what you think.